guys. Getting ready to jump all into this. Oh, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I don't think it's morning for anybody I know, so if it is, good morning. Oh, it was an exhausting day. I rewatched the first episode of The Sentence again when I got up with my coffee.
Your training isn't complete yet.
I'll look forward.
So, yeah. Almost watched it twice. What's up, Karn? Hey, Loki. 4-hour walk. Holy hell. I used to get up daily and I ran 4 miles every morning. I don't know how that transfers to kilometers. I want to say it's over 6 or 7 maybe. Something like that. Close? I don't know. I don't have anything to do with calculation right now. But that all stopped when my back gave out on me. So I'm lucky if I can walk most days. Today was one of those days, but I didn't get to walk though. 4 hours though. Are you still having the heat that everybody's getting? Dog walks are good. I wasn't either. Before I started that, I was very much into working out in the gym and all that other fun stuff. I guess I still am, just not the. I physically can't lift things, or I physically can't move. That's the downside. But when I stopped my gym routine, because I've always like even like right now I'm still by like body mass index or whatever you call the fat index or whatever you call it, I'm still under 6% or 4% I think it is. I just had my physical at the end of last week, and from last year when I was going for like rehab and everything, my weight is nearly identical. My blood pressure actually lowered, which I don't know how in the hell that's possible. But yeah, weight's identical. But like the body mass index stayed the same as well, because they do all kinds of tests like that. I still have to go for blood work, but we're gonna wait for insurance before we do this. But anyway, I used to when I stopped I can't even say it was like hardcore lifting, but I was in the gym 5 out of 7 days. And I picked up like a more outdoorsy style of workout. That was my morning. My morning was a 4-mile run every morning. And it's different than just hopping on a machine and setting the incline and stuff like that, because it's where I live, it's all mountainous. So if you're running and climbing rock at the same time, it's a lot more stress. But I can't do that anymore, so. Yeah, Karn, I was hardcore into it. Like in my well, I should say throughout all my 20s. Yeah, I was very much into it. To put it into perspective now, obviously height's the same. I'm 6'1", 6'1". And right now I am 203 pounds. which is exactly what I was last year. But when I was in my 20s and I was doing that, I was up to almost 250 pounds of muscle. So you can see how that's, you know. And it was all from that. Before that, I was the same that I am now. Nothing there has changed. It's just. Anyway. I did a Discord stream. This was last night after Stu's. And it was just a little bit of filler stuff. I even forget what I was doing here. Do we have anything to get rid of? I have that to put in my... Oh, we found this. I could probably... I'm sure I'll come across another one of these. We found this for my house. And then we found a wolf sword, which I could probably enchant and sell. Did I find anything else? Oh, we switched back to the Dwarven Shield, because I found this in one of the ruins, and it already had the 20% block. And it's a 3-point difference from the Snow Elven Light Shield that I found. That's part of that mod. So we swapped back to that. Even though that had a really cool enchantment, I definitely need the blocking percentage. If I tried to enchant it myself, I think it'd be somewhere around 16 or 17%. So I kept this. I didn't disenchant it. I'm hoping I find another blocking enchant on something else, like a necklace or a ring or some shit. So still have my necklace of Minor Knight, but we found a left ring. I found the left ring. I didn't realize I didn't have any rings. I actually found a left ring of Remedy. It's pretty standard. And then a ring of the Bold. So 20% faster health regen, and this one's take 10% less damage from power attacks and bashes. I think it could be useful till I find something better. I do have a necklace of resist fire. This is a basic one, 15%. I didn't disenchant this yet. I'm still hoping to find another, but I haven't found myself using it because I still have my Minor Knight heavy armor, and of course my Hyperion. So I noticed during that stream, I turned the audio off for my Hyperion, because inside of those Dwarven ruins, whenever I'm fighting a Centurion and they use their steam attack or they make the noise, I don't know if it loops with the steam that normally comes off my pack. Here, I actually turned the steam part off. But it was a really annoying sound. So, you know. And Sapphire is with us again. Sapphire, can I use that? Thank you.
But I strongly recommend
yeah, see, blocking Knight and Remedy, we don't want to get rid of any of them. So we're good.
Be careful.
Milady.
And
agents of the Empire looking for an opportunity like that to have a kid.
What time is it? It is 4 p.m.
Are you willing to take that risk?
No, of course.
What are we doing here?
I'll stay here for now.
Let's head out. And I put Lucian in a, Imperial garb, something I thought he'd look good in. So it's a mix of light and heavy. So I guess it would classify as medium. It was a lot better than the Cerberus armor, I thought, and I gave him the Targe of the Blooded. He has Hydra as well as his sword, so it's hard to tell. But that's also all of his gear I smithed up, literally all of it. So he's got a pretty good AR, and we found the Dwemer cloak for him as well. It's not a ceremonial one, but it's a standard Dwemer purple, and I decided to keep that because I thought it looked good, and it matches my ceremonial one. If I actually take off my, take off the Hyperion, take off the Mage backpack, so you can see, and I think it fits pretty good. Anyway, I love the designs on the bottom as well. But we still have the other ones. Did I put that? It should be up top here. Yeah, this is ceremonial. There's my old Dwemer, and then we have the tattered Dwemer inside the home. Oh, emeralds. Emeralds back at the place. We have Sapphire with this. Sapphire is a spellblade or mage. She's the one with the obviously sapphire eyes. She's got the shorter hair. She's actually a lot more effective than Emerald. Emerald was just a standard barbarian style, whereas Sapphire, using her, she uses shock magic, and she is quite effective with it. And then she will bring out her dagger. I don't know if I smithed her dagger. I did. She'll also use staffs, and we found Falmer, standard lightning bolt one, the last ruin. So she actually will use this on occasion, not all the time. She prefers to play as a standard mage style, but she will bring out her dagger, or she'll bring out a combination of the lightning bolt staff and her own magic, which is really nice. Yeah, it's interesting. Wow, and she teleports apparently when I get too close to her. So, I don't know how long I'm gonna stream today. We found one sky shard in the rift, by the way. We met Brynjolf. We pretty much told him off because Brynjolf can piss off for all I care. We were doing the teleportation machine and lost technology. However, they both require access to Blackreach, which we do not have. So, these will have to sit. I did go through Alfstand, obviously, if I got the Tarj and the rest of the stuff. And we went pretty much through, but we don't have the attunement sphere, we don't have the lexicon, and that presents a problem.
Leather? If they're armored, you should talk to Balamund over at the Scorched Hammer.
Did she say Balamund?
Actually. Come, what brings you to Balamund today?
She did.
Blades, helmets,
Yeah,
pretty much anything to suit your needs.
You can't have any of my stuff right there. I'll find another one of these. Same with the wolf sword. We don't need them. I'm not going to be using them, and they're worse than what we have. And it's just dead weight. I can actually hand these over. Sweet. So orichalcum ore, silver ingot, steel ingot, gold ore, ebony ore, and a Dwemer lever.
If you need any more smithing work,
Let's see where
come
she's
see
at.
me again.
Sapphire, where are you going? Come here. Oh god, she's finicky. She already has a lot of stuff in her inventory, so we're gonna give her more, because she can handle it. 4 more dynamo cores. Charcoal I don't know why I picked up a charcoal stick. I felt the need to, I guess. The gold ore. Orichalcum. I can use the gold ore. Here, I think. And I need a mammoth tusk, don't I? I think she has one. She does.
Beautiful
Why take a chance?
And that would be for
Over here.
Odessa, wouldn't it? Sadrin's over there. If I'm moving fast, there's a
Greetings,
reason for
honored
that.
friend. Could I interest you in some fine jewelry?
Buy armor from Grelf.
I do. Sadly, I'm one of the few traditional Saxhleel jewelers that remains in Tamriel. It's becoming a lost art. Only trouble is
Yeah, you should
gathering
see how much
materials
Dwemer stuff I
has
have
become
in my home.
hazardous.
Just the
roads to the
ingots
mines and to the
alone.
other
I
cities
think
are
I'm almost
thick
up to
with
200
bandits,
ingots
and worse.
that I've just been
Would you be
stockpiling.
interested
And that
in
was
gathering
after I
some
crafted
materials from me? I'd certainly
something
be
like
happy to compensate you.
30 dwarven bows.
Thank you, Landstrider. I'm
Landstrider.
seeking a small list of
The
items
flawless
to complete
sapphires
my
are
next
going to be,
creation.
I think, the
2
tough ones to
flawless
find.
sapphires, a
But we
mammoth
mine
tusk,
things, so it's
and a
okay.
chunk
We
of
might
gold
find them. We
ore.
might find them as loot. We have the gold ore. We have the mammoth
Perfect.
tusk.
Melting this down will give me plenty of gold for those necklaces I started.
And your mammoth tusk.
The ivory from this tusk will be perfect for the inlay on my amulets.
Okay. And I should probably check CGO just to make sure this does this every single time for me. Settings. No, lean multiplayer first person. And it kept hotkey. Okay. No, so it kept my settings. That's weird. Okay. Well, we're good.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here.
Oh, we also did the Unfathomable Depths quest, so I have ancient knowledge. We took the lexicon back to Avancha, so you guys, if you were in it was a Discord stream, it wasn't a YouTube stream. So, like I said, I did it for just a couple hours last night because I was craving Skyrim after watching Ascendance. But I didn't feel like setting up YouTube or anything. I figured most people would be asleep, so I just did it quietly within the server. But we did, we obtained Ancient Knowledge, so I have a 25% bonus while wearing my Dwarven armor. Fantastic bonus right there, another 25% buff to my AR. And my blacksmithing increases 15% faster, which is going to be great later on. As a werewolf, I took lycanthropic speed, so I'm 10% faster in and out of beast form, which combined that with my exoskeleton right now. This is standard walking.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
And then if we sprint, well, you can see. He's quite fast. He's quite maneuverable. Oh yeah, do I have the bacon? Did I take it? I don't know. I think I did. Let me check. I should. Yeah, I'm right. Meridius. Nope, I left it there. Didn't want to have anything to do with it. Yeah, we were in a Vanshan cell. So, let's see here. We could head to the manor. But what I really have to do is we have to go up to Bleak Falls Barrow. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I'm back. Okay. Yeah, we got the rumor for Bleak Falls. So, and we have to go through part of the main quest anyway. I have to unlock at least to get to Septimus, because I really want to get those 2 prizes, as well as there's any other Dwarven ruins. We've been to Erkenthand. There was an annex there, so you don't have to be going through the Thieves Guild questline for that. Hamstrider. Nice. I always love that line. What does he call, if you're, I remember Jin talking to him. What do you call him, Marsh Brother? It's the only time he has a different line is if you're an Argonian. I think he calls you Marsh Brother. Let's remove that. I'm trying to think of the best way to get there. We could go the southern road. It's probably the best. Loop around. Oh, and I do have, I did enchant all of my gear. I forgot to tell you this. Let me, just recharge this a little bit. It's lesser. So I went back to the Nordic Dwemer Blade that I had, and we did a Wild Shock enchantment on this. So 12 point static shock, and it's got 10% chance to deal 5 times that in damage, which is great. For my armor, the cloak, while you can't see it, has just a standard magicka, a fortify magicka, which I think is 27 points because I took a potion, and it should be the same as my helmet. So we buffed up our magicka almost 60 points. 53 points, I think that is, or 54 points. The gauntlets have archery 18%. The boots are 20% frost resistance, and I have a standard magicka regen of 27%. Aside from that, we have blocking on the shield, which that came on it. My backpack actually gives me 25% magic resist and a 5%, or bumps my speed by 5. I don't know. I should be 5%, but I'm not 100% sure how that works. Another 12 points to my AR with the necklace, 20% health regen, and 10% less damage from power attacks. So that is my setup. The Falmer sword I was using was nice, but man, it ran out of charges quick. Yeah, Karn Khajiit are fun. When you start, I did a test. It was supposed to be a play. It was supposed to be a full play. It was unarmed combat with Wordinator, and I was using the light vagabond armor set without the headpiece from Immersive Armors. And we did alternate start. We used the New Beginnings add-on. He started off as a merchant, so it gave him a horse in the Falkreath area. But I had a lot of issues with that. It's kind of one of the reasons why I switched from Ordinator and Apocalypse over to Adamant Mysticism. Because I was having game freezes. And I noticed it was always in third-person combat, and it was always with Ordinator. When I played with Percus Maximus, I never had a single issue. The downside to running Perma on SE is there's no peak cap, so you don't have the built-in patches. You could port it over, but a lot of the mods aren't available that it patches for. But I found a loophole last year, early last year, to get Perma working properly with Legacy, with Special Edition, without having to use PCAP, and that is to remove all of your ESL files. You have to turn them into actual ESPs in SSC Edit. Yeah, Akatos was part of the issue, sadly. There were other Apocalypse spells that did it, and there were other things with Apocalypse, and I thought it was my load order in general. It's not. Any conditional abilities or passives from those seem to cause issues. And I was always able to replicate it. It was always in third-person combat. It was always either at the start of combat or at me casting a spell. Akatos on or off. I deactivated all the spells from Akatos. Reverted saves, started a new game. I was able to replicate it, within the first hour at low levels. So, and then I swapped out Ordinator and Apocalypse. I kept in Forgotten Magic, and I swapped over to Percus. And then I proceeded to do like 2 full plays. Probably close. I don't know how many episodes, but two full character plays with Perma. One was my Necromancer. Who else used it? I'm trying to think of whichever. I don't. Did Braven use it? Braven might have used it. I'm not sure. Braven was a Nord werewolf. But I didn't have any issues with it. And it's weird. Even if you don't stack it, though, I think just having it in there. There was a couple other mods like I took out. I don't use the NetScript framework SKSE plugin like a lot of people do, because that was also in there. And even when I removed a lot of mods and I still had that one in particular in there, it was causing me issues. And it wasn't a load order issue. I thought it was, but I tested it for probably almost 2 months with various plays, and I got some plays going that just wound up ending. They just ended because of it. I know I'm not saying that this is a perfect setup. I heard a bear. Yeah.
Where did you come
Okay, you can see how much more damage he's doing. And then, of course, you know, Sapphire comes in with her shock spells. Let's go up. Let's follow the fox. Go up and around. What's odd is that I came from Xbox using Ordinator, and I never had any issues. And then, of course, I thought it was EMB related, so I played without an EMB with one of them, and that wasn't it, because I was still able to replicate it. But as soon as I would put back Ordinator in Apocalypse, the issues would come right back. And it sucks. It's because it's not like you don't want to sit there and say that that's the issue. And I used loot to sort. I've sorted myself. I modified categories. I modified mods. I made patches. Everything. And it just seems like when those two were in my load order, there was nothing but issues, which is sad because it's quite an extensive perk overhaul. That's still not my favorite. Perma is always going to be my favorite. Simon's is Adamant here is quickly catching up.
I'm on a pilgrimage
His
to the shrine
Faltress.
of Azura, the goddess of twilight, if you'll excuse me.
He's got body tattoos and he's wearing the shaman stuff. Where's the shrine? Look at
In
this.
the mountains to the northeast. I'll mark it on your map.
Nice. We actually found shaman gloves I could put in the house and store. Yeah, whoever thought? Faldrus has nice abs. They were going the right way. So yeah, on the way to Avancel, we helped kill the giant. I think I got an arrow shot in. You can see how fast he moves normally. There's really nobody around. So I took all of the mods out. I don't even have Apocalypse loaded. We'll go in beast form. I'm actually faster in human form. We took out a couple bears here too. These are all from my recent Avancel trip. Of course, I wasn't in werewolf form. But this will all help. Believe, yeah.
I wouldn't fancy my chances up against you when you're all wolfy like that.
I'm all wolfy like that. So I don't, like I said, I don't know how long the stream is going to be today, but we'll at least try to get to Helgen, because I see my Wi-Fi has been going on and off all day. This was the Rift Sky Shard that we found. And I like to just go through the rift anyway. I think this is the entrance to Darklight Tower, maybe? I think so. I believe so. Yeah. Darklight Tower is always fun. Oh no, this is Angervoon. I might have passed it. Dressy's journal. What's that? Dancing Fireball. We don't have that one. Speech! We'll take it. Alright, that's my phone going off. We have no reason to be in here. Guys, you need to catch up, guys. So let's see how strong he is. Yeah, he's pretty strong. Like I said, I only have the first rank in his actual damage bestial strength. Could you imagine when this is 4 of 4? The last one I took was improved bloodthirst and lycanthropic speed. So I'll get 10 points of bleed damage and it'll heal me on strike. Very, very useful. Once you start building, I think Growl's probably. I mean, hands down, I feel it's the best werewolf mod. You don't get the skins, but that's perfectly fine for me. My goal with him actually is not to. Just a random orc, huh? The wolves will help me because I'm in wolf form. I'm considering turning him were-bear. Just a thought I had. Because I'm interested to see what the were-bear form looks like. That's a fox. Oh no. He postponed his own because Moonlight was so good. Moonlight's good. And there's a lot that it does that Growl doesn't and vice versa. I always thought Moonlight was just way too big a mod for what it did. I like the other skins, don't get me wrong.
Huh? I thought I heard
Just a farmer, huh? Wrong place, wrong time, buddy. Yeah, I like the extra skins. And it's customizable. But that's about all I liked of it. Growl's got the perk tree. That's obviously more important. Gameplay mechanics and things like that. I'll take a vanilla look with the extra playability over looks. That's why I stick with diversity as my NPC overhaul. It's simple, it does the job, they all look great. Peanut butter on toast. Oh, and yeah, for some reason, I could actually still use my light. Because that's a werewolf thing. I'm not going to, but, you know.
I like to think of philosophy as a way of...
I hear another one. I should be collecting these pelts for Temba. Wow, one strike. Damn, jeez. So let's see here. We have swipe, power attack, and beast form can hit multiple targets. We have gorging. Let's see what else we have. So bury the beast, no longer forced to transform at night. I kind of want that for now. And then this will lower obviously the frequency of the silver-hand elite that hunt me. 75% is a lot still. Regen 1% of your max health and stamina per second, both in and out of beast form. That is useful. As is spread the beast blood. We may be going this route. Roadkill. Do crit critical strike to your damage. We already took supernatural strength. I can disarm any opponent I want. Stuns the targets then. What's rampage again? Oh. Yeah, let's take rampage. The longer duration, and then that opens up the totems. I like to have as much opened up as possible as I can. I think this is the this is the alchemist hut over this way. Ah, there they are. Silverhand Elite. Right on cue. I mean, they do pose a bit of a problem, but I can disarm them, so. Wow. God rods. Ah, well. God rod is no more. He was the guy over by the shack. Wrong place, wrong time.
Hit.
Is it over? Did we win?
Yeah, we won. Take all that. Poor Godrod. Wrong place, wrong time, buddy. Godrod the Hammer. He was over here at the shack. Really no time for remorse. Look at this. Oh. Looks like the Silverhand took care of the wolves, unfortunately. We'll still be able to make use of them.
Yeah, now I look way too much like Lyle. Tell me what you ate.
What I'm actually gonna do, guys, I have to save because like I said, I've been trying to sell my car, and I have my phone going crazy with messages. So, I'm gonna try and get back to some of these people. I'm gonna close the stream down for a little while. I might start a little bit later on. Don't know if I'm gonna do it here or if I'm gonna do it in Discord, but yeah, it's just something that I listed today, and I'd like to get it taken care of by the weekend. So I'm gonna go do that. Yeah, we'll save here. I don't know if I F5'd. Let me just double check, make sure. Okay, there we go. And yeah, that'll be it for today. For now, I'll come back in a little while. Sorry it was so short, but real life comes first, unfortunately, sometimes. So I will see you later. Peace.